Hello, hello. It's your host with the mostest. It's AB Coleman. What's going on today, world?
Media.
Did you want an answer?
Yeah. Hello. Who's on the other side?
Adele.
She bad too. Man, fuck with Adele.
You like fat Adele or skinny Adele?
Is it weird that I like both?
Is it because she's rich? We know that's your real criteria.
Yeah, my real criteria is if you could pay for my living, then like you could do anything you want to me.
Did you see that Bezos' ex-wife divorced her second husband? So she went from, she's like worth like 35 billion, 350 million. She's worth some insane amount of money because Bezos is worth an insane amount of money. And then she married a teacher. It's like, can you imagine going from Jeff Bezos, one of the smartest people on the planet, one of the most successful people on the planet, and the circle he runs in, and then switch that out for a teacher? And all those freaking nerds and bums that they hang out with. Can you I can't even. She probably just sat there one day and went, "Oh no, what have I done?
Oh no, why is he wearing a button up and a sweater vest on top of it?"
What should we get into?
I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on that. I'm like, damn, like how do you go from billionaire club to complaining about we don't get paid enough club? I mean, there's two different. I mean, hey, in all honesty, I think our teachers should be paid way more than what they are. That is just.
But are that many of them that good?
Me.
How many great teachers did you have your whole time in school? I had maybe two. Out of all the teachers I had from kindergarten to senior year, I had like two good teachers, two great teachers.
I don't know. I had some awesome teachers. I had Mr. Burnquist. I had Mr. Sevilla. I had Miss Shahansky.
Is this middle school or high school?
This is elementary and then middle. You know, I had Mrs. Goldstein. She was sick. And in high school, I had a lot of dope teachers. So yeah,
What high school did you go to?
I went to Oak Grove.
Oh, okay.
So
right around the corner.
Yeah, so like I had a bunch of dope teachers. So yeah, I am with the people when they're like our teachers should be paid more for sure. Cause kids are assholes, man.
100%.
Like that,
especially
like,
now.
Kids are assholes, especially now. Like today.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Shut the fuck up.
Like to be a teacher today, bruh. Like, oh man, like we were never so bold to be like, "Fuck you, bitch." Like we were never that bold.
Yeah,
like we were more like, "Man, shut up. What you gonna do?" And then like you call my mom, then I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna shut up."
Yeah, you'll be quiet.
Like I'll be quiet real quick.
Well, I mean, but now too, they even when they call home, the parents are like they're obviously the parents didn't relay the message that you can't do that shit in class.
No.
So then of course you have a shitty kid in class because the parents are shitty parents.
I think kids are just shitty today, period. I have yet to encounter a good kid. I'm sorry. Every kid I meet in public is pretty much an asshole.
Yeah, but your nephew's dope.
Oh, Isaiah, yeah, he's dope because he was raised right.
That's what I'm saying, but there's a lot of those.
There's a lot of kids. All right, let me take that back. So there are some like good kids out there, but when I'm walking the street and I'm just minding my own business, it's like 9 times out of 10, it's like a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old trying to say something really snarky by me just walking by them. I'm like, little nigga, like I got a Naruto shirt on, yeah, but like I'll still beat you up and your daddy, like. Like,
well, does anime equate with nonviolent anyways? Like
and I think that's what they think when they see me with all this anime merch on. They're like, "Oh, this guy's a sucker. Like, he ain't gonna like."
But all they do in anime is like cut people's heads off and rip arms off and stuff. Like, anime is pretty violent.
It is, and especially the ones that I watch: Chainsaw Man, Naruto Shippuden is about children going to war, like
as it should be.
You know, it's like it's pretty good. I get really deep into anime, but that's not what we're here for. But these kids nowadays are real assholes, man. Like, damn, bro. Like y'all ain't never watched Barney, dog. I love you, you love me.
Speaking of kids, would you want to be adopted by 50 Cent and be his kid?
I would love to be 50 Cent's kid. 50 Cent's kid now is a douchebag, bro. What do you mean?
Swap out with him.
Like, let's swap, dude. Like, your dad's giving you plenty of chances to make your own business, and like you just like throw it in the face of him.
How much does he get a month?
I think like $6,700 a month. That was like in the child support. That was before like right after he turned 18. But I'm like, dude, you turned 18. He's done everything that New York State has requested for 50 Cent to do as a father of a child, for all the finances. So he's taking care of his business. And that's not even his only kid, I don't think. It's like why are you mad?
So it says he wants money or quality time. But like you were talking about, so
he took a picture with the dude's kid that tried to kill him. Like, you want quality time, but you're going off like taking pictures with the ops. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's like 50 Cent's son did put out something where he's like, oh, like I would be down to talk to him, but it's like at this point, like, what is there for us to talk about, bruh? What is there for us to talk about? You've made it very clear on how you feel about me. You know, That's why I agree with 50 Cent when he's like, how can you love somebody that just doesn't love you? Like, how long is that going to last? And the thing is, he's a grown man.
Yeah, he's 25.
You're 25, bro.
11.
You're a grown-ass man, dude. Suck it up, dude. You think I don't know. Stuff like that, like, really pisses me off. Like, it's like, that the stuff like that really pisses me off when a man is doing what he needs to do, you know, to in order to provide, but then like you can't even blame his mom at that point from putting it in his head, because it's like, dude, like, you're a grown ass man, dude. I think once after you're like 21 as a male, you're full grown. Like once you're like after 21, you're full grown, especially like if you're old enough to work and provide for yourself. Like,
well, and it's like you talk about having like the upper hand in life. You're 50 Cent's kid.
You're 50 Cent's kid. And obviously. I
mean, this is the perfect example of it, because how many kids don't have good relationships with their dads that nobody gives a shit about? Yeah, we care because and that's part of it too, is like, is he saying this because he really feels like this and I really want to make up with my dad? Or is he saying this to get attention so people pay attention to him and whatever bullshit stuff he's working on now? Because it's like, it could go, like, people are all talking about him, but is it like, does he really care, or is it just like he wants the attention?
I think he just wants the attention, because if you really wanted to holler at your dad, you could have just called him, bro.
Yeah, there's phones.
And every time 50 Cent shows up somewhere where he shows up, he leaves. It's like, so how are you gonna say you want to sit there and talk with me, but like every time I show up to an event that you're at, you like dip? That
he sounds mature.
That, you know, I just don't agree with that. Because there's a lot of people out here with dads that ain't do shit for them.
How long's 50 Cent been popular?
Since I was elementary.
Has it been 25 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, it's been, like, he's been popping since 2000.
So close to 20.
Yeah.
So, but this is the thing. So then he had his kid before he like blew up. I believe so.
So
who was banging 50 Cent before he blew up? Like, we got to think about the quality of the mom here too. You know, I mean, she banged a nobody.
But
that was getting shot in the face.
He probably wasn't a nobody. He probably was actually doing like his hustle thing and had money.
But he had
before the rap, because he was a dealer before the rap. I believe.
That's what I'm saying. But you're banging the successful dealer.
Yeah,
you're not exactly like, you know what I mean?
It's not Montel Williams. Like, you know what I'm saying? You obviously know what you're setting up for. But the thing is, he's always been a man. Like he's always like, oh, I make sure I take care of my family. I mean, we all seen Get Rich or Die Trying.
100%. Yeah.
Like,
and he got shot in the face and he's still rapping. It's pretty sweet.
And how are you gonna like take a picture with the dude, like the dude's kid?
Did he know who it was when he?
Yeah, he knew. Yeah, he knew.
Yeah.
How are you gonna take a picture with the dude's kid?
Yeah.
whose dad tried to have your dad dead.
He's doing that on purpose. He's a fuckface.
That's
100%.
That's like, that's not even cool. Like that. Like even if your dad did you wrong, why would you side with somebody that tried to end his life? Like that. It's not a good look, bro. Like loyalty means everything, especially in this rap game. Like loyalty means everything, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, really, with anything.
With anything, loyalty means everything. It's like, dude, you shouldn't be doing that, bro. And you're a grown ass man. Why don't you get you a job, and then like see how things are when you got to pay your own bills.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing right now. That's why he wants.
Is he though?
I mean, no. I mean, he needs to pay his own bills.
Yeah, he needs to pay his own bills because, like, I still think 50 Cent's like, still make sure you're set up in this apartment though. You know, I just can't see 50 Cent cutting his son off completely. Even if he was wrong, I could still see him like, all right, I'm at least let you have an apartment.
Well, you can rent for $67.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like there's that.
You want to talk about Alex Jones, or you want to talk about Heidi Klum doing a lingerie shoot with her daughter? Alex Jones owes those families $1 billion
from Sandy Hook, right?
Yeah.
Can he pay that though?
I mean, there's not that many people that can pay $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, can he pay that though? Like, so here's what I don't understand. Like, so obviously I see the memes and everything about the Alex Jones face, you know, him lying and all this other stuff, but I just don't get like what the real case is. Like, I didn't do my research on that. So could you educate me on that?
So he was basically saying, I mean, Sandy Hook, one of the
school shootings, yeah,
just one of the worst ever. I mean, it's freaking horrific. I can't even imagine the impact of that. And Uvalde, I mean, like the same kind of, I mean, it's kids. It's like the youngest kids, all from the same town, all in the same neighborhood, and this whole town basically having to deal with this freaking enormous tragedy. And then Alex Jones goes on and says how it's fake and it's crisis actors. And then so what happens is, so not only is he doing that, but then his followers are going to these parents who their kids were murdered,
yeah,
and telling them, you're fake, you're full of shit, your kid's not dead, or you didn't have a kid, and all this stuff. And they're like, I can't even imagine what those parents. I can't imagine that those parents didn't shoot the people that are coming to.
That's fucked up.
It's insane.
That's really messed up. Man, fuck that dude, bro. I'm sorry. That's
awful.
That's awful. Like, that's pretty horrible. So never mind. He deserves 100% about what he's getting.
See, I don't know what's worse. Is it worse that he says it, or is it worse that thousands of people believe it and follow it?
It's worse that thousands of people believe it and follow it 100%, because people want to be like, well, blame him. That's what him doing. Nah, also, you need accountability as well. Blame both. I don't think that's two different things. I think that's one and the same.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Like, why would you like these are kids that were just going to school, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get, like, first of all, the people that are doing these school shootings and whatnot, go fuck yourself, and I hope you die in hell. I hope you burn in hell, and I hope you just, like, it's.
They're I mean, like,
I don't fuck with that. Like,
they're crazy.
Like you could be mad all you want to about society, but what do these kids have to do with it? That's my thing.
Well, that's the thing, is they just want to create as much chaos as possible.
Like,
and the problem is they have parents that are. That's why I love those. Out of all the things that have come up, obviously, in the last few years with gun safety,
me. That just fucking bothers me.
Those red flag laws where you can have somebody call, and basically a parent can call and say, look, my kid's fucked up and he just turned 19 and he's buying guns. He's like, you should probably take those guns from him. I think that's like the best thing.
Yeah.
Because then you can see, it's not just like a blanket, we're taking away guns, we're doing this, we're doing that. Because they're like, people say, oh, there's so many mass shootings. But if you consider the number of guns and the number of people that they have access to every day in America, if percentage-wise, even though you have these horrific events, percentage-wise, there should be, if it's as big as a problem as everybody says it, there should be this stuff constantly. But the red flag logs, you could say, my kid's a nightmare. You need to freaking take these guns from him because he's a freaking disaster just waiting to happen. I think that's about as fair as I think it can get.
Like that, like that's that, and that's what's like, that's what bothers me the most today. Is like it's a bunch of these 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds who like get these AR-15s. Like you're getting an automatic rifle for what, bruh?
Yeah, I still don't
understand that.
I still don't understand the need for a civilian to have
heavy duty artillery. I don't get it.
Yeah, but we're also so far into it that it's like you can't bring it back. So what's the best way to solve it? Is basically you just rat on your crazy neighbor that has a bunch of guns.
Yeah, but also I don't like people like that are against parents turning in their kids for that.
Yeah, to me that's weird.
That's weird to me.
Well, like, what else are you supposed to do?
Like, what are you supposed to do for him at that point? Like, if you know you got a 19-year-old weirdo living in your house,
yeah,
and that's your son, like, I'm gonna report that shit.
But that's the thing too, is like, it's almost like, okay, you have a weird kid. One, that's your fault. Two, like you kind of created this shitty fuck. Like, the least you could do is warn the other people that you raised some shitty ass kid. At least tell us you did a bad job.
Well, some do come from loving homes. Like, even Dahmer came from a loving home, bro.
Well, based on what, the movie?
Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, was his mom awesome? I don't think so. Not a great mom.
Even so, is that gonna make you want to eat people, bro?
It'd make me want to eat people.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because I've had like an all-loving mom. Like, I have an all-loving mom, but she's like, I have my limits.
Yeah. No.
Like, I have like my mom is straight up like, I'll love you unconditionally, but not really.
Well, it's like, I love you, but I don't have to like you.
Yeah, it's like, but like, if I do something wrong, she's gonna be like, you was wrong for that.
100%. But that's what being a parent is loving them and going and steering them when you're doing dumb shit. Stop doing dumb shit.
Yeah, I just, I don't like these kids shooting up these schools.
You don't like that?
No.
What?
No.
I can't understand why.
Right? I think that's like, no. It's just really messed up because it happens more frequently than you would like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but like
it's
once a decade is more than you would like. It's horrible.
But like every 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got 350 million people. There's going to be some crazy shits out there.
I mean, motherfuckers is weird, man.
All right, so we're like 20 minutes in. I don't think we've been funny yet. So let's switch. Let's lighten.
Yeah, that was really sad about the.
Let's lighten it up. Did you see the pictures of Heidi Klum and her daughter?
No.
Okay, I sent. Where's your phone?
In my pocket.
Okay, so people are going, it's disgusting because she's posing in underwear with her daughter. So I want just you take a look and you tell me if you think it's disgusting. And her daughter, just so we're clear, her daughter's 18. I don't know how old Heidi Klum is. 48, 50. I don't know. I can't tell because she looks fantastic.
Who the fuck is Heidi Klum? That's my question.
The model. Oh, dude, the model. Heidi Klum. She's on America's Got Talent or something. She's on one of those.
I don't watch America's Got Talent.
You don't like Nick Cannon?
No. Him with his big ass Mariah tattoo.
He always wears that weird hat that looks like the hat that Clark Griswold wore in the attic.
Man, the only thing I like Nick Cannon doing was fucking Drumline. That
was good.
That was the only thing I ever liked Nick Cannon in was Drumline.
You don't like him being like anti-Semitic and all that stuff?
No. What's up with Kanye being anti-Semitic? We got to talk about that. That was wild, bro. You going after Zuckerberg?
Yeah, well, that's a weird thing. And granted, coming from a white person, I know this is coming from a white person, but that's a weird thing about a certain percentage of very religious black people that they're very religious and then they also hate Jews. And you go, "Whoop." Like, wait, what? Like, what? Like Kanye, I don't know if Nick, I can't imagine Nick Cannon's religious. He's got 15 kids in 15 different countries.
Okay. So as far as the Heidi Klum shit goes, I don't really have an opinion on it. I mean, her daughter's attractive, but she's 18. I don't really. I think when I look at an age gap, like, I don't think you're attractive if you're like under 20 or 21. Like, you're just not attractive to me. Doesn't matter. You could be a bombshell, but I feel like.
What if I didn't tell you how old she was?
Then maybe. But like once I see the age, I'm like, I don't.
But I think the issue is being in underwear and then posing with your
mom. But like
they're both models, so it's like
it's like I feel like you shouldn't be too mad at her about that. Her daughter needs a bag too,
For
a
sure.
bag as I mean money. Mm-hmm. Like she needs a bag too. Like if that's what they do. I mean, look at the Jenners and the Kardashians. I mean,
oh god,
like
it's a whole other level.
Yeah, it's like you would get on Heidi Klum for her like trying to get her daughter in the door, but you got Chris, shopping her daughter's sex tape. Come on, bro.
Have you seen the before and afters of the Kardashians? Like they're unrecognizable when they're
from
younger.
today. Yes, because my sisters always watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So my whole entire life growing up as a teenager to like now,
you've seen them evolve.
I've seen them evolve, and Kylie used to be fucking ugly, bro.
No, she's fine.
And now she's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like the best ad for plastic surgery ever.
Like, oh my god. And then I have like females at my job that like talk about getting like work done and stuff, and I'm like I'm always interested in the mindset of that. Like,
but you also know how
what
much
is that
they make
about?
too, and you go, you're gonna spend that percentage of your income.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what?
So I'm like, because I'm a regular Joe Schmo, so I'm like, I'm sitting over here with my pretty ass coworkers, and they're just like, oh, I'm thinking about getting my nose done, or I'm thinking about getting something done. I'm like, you need nothing done.
Yeah.
And then you're like thinking about like how much I get paid.
I know, right.
And I'm like,
bitch, you're gonna spend 6 months of pay to
like to go here and fix your nose that's already like perfect enough. Like, I don't get that. I mean, but hey, it's your money. Do what you want with it. Who am I? Yeah. Who am I to tell you what you need? You need to do it for you.
And I hope they can afford somebody that doesn't jack up their face forever. I think people wouldn't have a problem with Heidi Klum's daughter if she was 400 pounds or if she was trans, and they wouldn't have an issue with it at all. I think if it was a fat chick, they'd be like, oh man, she's so bold. She's so brave. Her little fat ass in her freaking underwear. And
I mean, big girls need love too, man.
Hey,
I find big girls attractive. Like, don't.
That's cool.
I like meat on the bone.
That's
I love meat on the bone.
I don't.
So
I just think.
Yeah. You're different from me. I love me a big woman, man. I ain't even gonna front.
I just don't think that they would complain. What I'm saying is, I don't think they would complain about it if that's what it was. I think they go, oh man, she's so brave. Or if she was a dude that was becoming a girl, or a girl was becoming a dude, they'd be like, oh, so brave.
You know what? I really don't know. Not with today. If you'd asked me this like 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, you'd be like, wait,
but
what?
like now, like today, like I don't know. The 2020s have been really woke and strange.
The swimsuit issue from when I was younger compared to what they're
doing it's so different. Like
so different.
Like, remember Playboy? Like if you do that now, it's a lot different.
Yeah, it's like
it's a lot different.
So when I'm like 12, 13, you're jacking off to like the hottest chicks on the planet, and now you're like, you turn the page, it's like, okay, it's a chick with Down syndrome. It's a 75-year-old. You're like, what am I supposed to do with this shit? Where my pages were completely stuck together when I was 12, they're completely pristine. They're like crisp, like I've never looked at it now. Like, dude, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't.
What are we doing here?
I'm not sure. I don't. Progress? Okay, you got me from jacking off. That's progress.
Yeah.
Tell me about your week as a comedian.
Oh, my week as a comedian has been really, really awkward. I was really sick at the Improv, and I didn't go up.
Not COVID though, I hope.
No, it wasn't COVID. It was more like a stomach issue. Like I had
Taco Bell.
I think I ate something really, really wrong. I think it was the mozzarella. If I'm being honest, there was a lot of marinara on the staircase. So it was bad. But I mean, like all things in life, you just gotta pick yourself up and keep going. So I'm not gonna let that deter me or discourage me from doing what I'm doing. But like my week this week as a stand-up comedian was really awkward. It was a really bad week. But I'm here today to talk to you guys about it.
Did has your in the last so you've been writing comedy for 6 months?
Yes, I have a legit. In my opinion, I have a legit 8 minutes worth of material straight up written.
Your writing process, has it, like in the last couple of weeks, is it any different now than it was when you started writing 6 months ago?
Nope.
Is it just when you get an idea you write it down, or do you spend time sitting down, or?
So my jokes stem from what actually happened to like, oh man, I had a dream about something that was really wild. Y'all ever have crazy dreams? So like stuff like that, where it's like I'll write about what, like, because the thing is, like, sometimes my imagination could really run wild, and I think that's really funny. Is when you just like let your imagination run wild with certain subjects and topics. So that's also what I do. So I have a good amount of time of material. So my writing process hasn't changed. It's always spur of the moment. Sometimes I'll be like riding my bike, be thinking about certain things, and I'm like I put them all down on my phone. I have an app where I put my notes in. So my writing process hasn't changed. If anything, it's gotten a little bit better, especially with doing this. Cause like you people commenting are fucking hilarious. Like you guys are funny. So I love that. I love that energy. Comment, make fun of me all the live long day. I love that energy. When they're like, oh my God, like his teeth are so fucked up. Like, yeah, they are. But if I get paid enough, I could buy dental.
or just it's fuck you money. You're like, yeah, that's fine. But my wallet's fat.
Yeah, I really, because if I'm being honest, negative comments don't bother me, and I'll tell you why. So, negative comments don't bother me, you guys, because you don't pay my rent. You know, like you can talk about me all the live long day, but until you take actual food out of my mouth, that's when I'll start caring. But so I'm like, come at it, like come at me. I'm here for that energy. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't ready for that. So I love y'all. I love all of y'all, man. I love that.
When you were living at the trap house,
yeah.
What kind of chicks would you pull that would not only come back to the trap house, but that would stay and allow you to hook up with them? Like what like is it? Yeah.
Do I really got to get into that?
I do. Because I'm like, how do you bang a chick at this house with the generator going and the tweakers and the schizophrenic chick and the like how?
This is one of the questions I was dreading to be asked, and like I have to truthfully tell it. I would. God. All right. I would hook up with the chicks there to see my roommates. Everything feels the same in the dock. It's like one of those things where.
So these aren't tens coming through.
They're not tens. I'm a 5 magnet for some reason. I give 5 energy off. Like I don't know. Like, like I give 5 energy off. And you know what? I have no shame. I needed companionship when I needed it, and they was right there, you know, generator going off and everything. I'm like, bitch, we got until 12 until we shut this thing off. Yeah, you're like
you're like, can I get some gas money? Not for my car, for my electricity.
For my electricity. And that's the worst. I feel like that's like not talked about enough. Is my time at that trap house and the generator. Like, All right, let me break this down to y'all. So, I was living in a spot. It was cool at first. You know, it was nothing but a bunch of old ladies. It was like we're the Golden Girls and I'm fucking Blanche.
The Golden Girls and AB.
Yeah. No. It's the Golden Girls and I'm Blanche. I'm just the Southern Belle trying to look for a man.
You're the hoe.
Like, yeah. Like, I was out here, you know, just doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, like, my landlord's brother wanted to get a piece into like the home ownership. Like, he wanted to be a part of it. But the thing is, this nigga smokes meth.
Not a good partner.
Like, not a reliable source. Like not a reliable boss, you would say, or something like that. And then he brings in people he would think would be a good fit for the house because, you know, like it's
meth heads are great at judging people and
right. Like, yeah. And then so he brings in people he knows. Next thing you know, motherfuckers are up until 5 a.m. like all night, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, I got work. Like, I have 2 jobs, you know, like 2 full-time jobs. So I would always be fighting with these people. Like, I'm like, dude, like, it's 4:00 in the morning. Like,
stop smoking crack.
Stop. Like, yeah, like, can you guys like relax? Like, it's 4 a.m., bro.
Later.
Like, smoke later. Like, why can't you smoke during the day? Like, you know, like when people are out office hours, man. Like, you're over here smoking. Like,
have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Remember when he's talking about all the drugs he takes to get up, and then he takes a bunch of drugs at the end of the day to come down? It's like, can you guys drink beer starting at like 4 so you're asleep by 10, and then you can wake up and do crack at 6?
It's like that though. Like, it's 100%. I feel that energy. It's just like, man, it's annoying. And then to have to like fight just to go to the bathroom, like you ever have to get into a fist fight because you wanted to go to the bathroom because your roommate decided to let his druggy buddy slump on your toilet like this?
Yeah, I can't like, relate to that.
Like, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. Thank God I found a better job and moved out of there.
It's interesting what that kind of situation will do for your willingness to better yourself. That's great. You're like,
and I'm not somebody who's like, all right, so I don't want you guys to be like, oh, he's anti-drug, he's anti-this. No, I'm not. Like, I smoke, I drink. All right, I do. Like, I have a good time, but I handle business. Like,
yeah, the meth and handling business don't seem to go together.
Meth and business don't go together, man. And when you're in San Jose, like, you can flip a coin and you'll hit a meth head. I'm just saying, like, it's that bad. It's that bad. So yeah, that was my time in that fucking trap house, and I thank God I'm out of it. Yeah. Well, comment and subscribe, and maybe we can keep me out of the hood.
Would you date or marry a porn star or a stripper?
No.
No chance.
No chance.
But
it's not because of, like, I think that's like gross or anything. It's just I can't deal with the mentality of a stripper or a porn star. They have big egos from what, like, I've seen. I've never seen like a laid back stripper. It's always extra. Always got something going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, their job is dudes falling all over themselves for them.
And that's not the problem for me. Like,
but as far as like having their ego.
Yeah, but their ego is what I wouldn't be able to contend with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not some big baller, flaunting money on you. I'm obviously not that guy. So, like, honestly, I wouldn't. Porn star, that's different for me as far as like what a stripper goes. I wouldn't mind dating or marrying a porn star because I have confidence in myself and like how I do it.
So all the big dongs wouldn't
that wouldn't worry me.
What about the 9 of them at the same time?
What would concern me about that is if we have kids.
Yeah,
and that's what concerns me about like strippers. So it's like, if we have children, because I'll tell you this, like, Kim Kardashian may seem like she's living good, but like her daughter can still look her up, and that's pretty traumatizing for a kid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would think so. Well,
Like-
I think it'd be easier to date a stripper than a porn star because at least a stripper
Oh,
doesn't
I
have
got
their
one-
stuff like on.
I have one better. There's a former porn star who has a kid, Lana Rhodes. She has a child with somebody, and she goes and talks about how she feels that like people are like disgusting on how they comment on certain things. But I'm like, you brought that energy in.
100%.
You brought that energy in. Like, she's pretty bad. Like, she's bad. She's bad, but it does not like negate the fact that I've seen you ran through so many times.
Yeah.
Like-
some of the chicks you look at and you're like, why didn't you just model? Why did you suck dick for?
There's so many porn stars that I'm like that. I'm just like, you could have just done like that's why I commend the OnlyFans girls, because like posting feet pics, like people hate and trash on them, but it's like, nigga, I'm getting paid for just showing my toes.
Yeah, I don't know how you could complain about that.
Like, I don't know how you could complain about. I would support my chick
if she's just showing
her feet. Like, oh, by all means, won't you get one in a bikini? Like, let's spice things up.
Let's make some more money. Daddy needs a new car.
Like stuff like that. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. I just fear what having a kid with a stripper, or like, all right, having a kid with a stripper might not be bad because she's not being filmed with it. So I don't think that's all too bad.
Because
like,
it's harder to look up.
Yeah, it's harder to look up. So for strippers, like I probably wouldn't marry a stripper. Like I wouldn't really mind if her going out dancing to get money. Like I don't think anyone like I don't even think being a porn star is bad. Like if you find a niche and a hustle and that's what pays your living, then I think no one has any right to judge you on that.
Yeah,
they're not paying your bill.
Yeah. I
You know what I mean?
just think there's certain professions where there's something else going on. That
Yeah,
okay.
you know. I just think having a kid with one would be very problematic. Like I wouldn't want my kid to like look up his mom getting DP'd.
What are some wrong assumptions that people make about you?
Toxic masculinity. People think that I'm like some aggro man, and I'm not.
Based on what are they even basing that off of?
They're basing it off of videos. You know, they're basing it off of our TikToks clips.
Yeah, not even your
And
videos.
stuff.
Videos of you responding to other
responding
videos.
to other people, and so like they'll think that I have this toxic masculine personality, and to be honest, I don't. And even if you think I did, like I don't give a fuck.
So this is kind of funny. So speaking of toxic masculinity, this was a maybe question. What are your thoughts on pegging?
You're not sticking up anything up my poop shooter. That's my thoughts on that.
Toxic masculine man, you.
Yeah, I mean maybe a pinky if I trust you, but like,
I mean, again, that's more for you than me.
yeah, it's like all right, I'll give you a wink in the stink. Like, all right.
Yeah, dude, if you feel you need to do that, yeah.
I've always said this, and I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'll try anything once.
Yeah, I'd put quotes around anything.
Anything. I'll try anything once if I'm like really comfortable with
You're
it.
gonna get some chick out there that's like, I'm gonna test that.
Yeah. Ooh. Come here, AB. Let me peg you. I'm gonna be like, oh, like a peg leg.
Pulls
Like,
out-
oh no.
Pulls out this big fat freaking. All right, bend over, dude. Here it comes.
Pulls out a mandingo peg. I'm like, oh no.
time out.
Oh no.
All right, let's do ads.
All right. Ad time.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Is that Dahl or Dale?
I actually don't know, which is kind of funny because he's running for governor next month, and I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Brian Dahle.
I'm guessing it's Dale.
All right. My Comedy Life podcast is brought to you by Brian Dale for governor of California. Brian Dale, even I haven't heard of me. Paid for by Brian Dale for governor of California because Gavin is a tool. I don't know, man. Gavin Newsom got me some money.
But that's the thing that's why that's the only reason I've ever heard anybody going, I really like Gavin.
I'll fuck with Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom got me $1,200.
And he knows that too. He knows I need to get my constituents $1,200.
I don't know, Brian Dale. Can you get me to 100? My Comedy Life podcast is brought to you by No on Prop 31. We need to thin the herd. Somehow, we might as well start with the dummies that smoke. No on Prop 21. Start them young.
That's the one where they're trying to eliminate all flavored tobacco.
Yo, fuck that, man. Because every time I go to the liquor store and I need to pick up me some grape swishers, they don't ever have my flavored swishers. What the fuck?
Well, they're really not going to have them if this passes. My thing is like, oh, they're trying to appeal to kids. It's like, yeah, but also adults smoke shit. It's like, if you're going to smoke. We got to.
Yeah, but like you could go to this. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is just so you know, Prop 31, if it passes, no more grape swishers.
Like, I need my diamond swishers. Like, I need my diamond. I need my grapes. Ugh. My Comedy Life podcast is brought to you by DXL. The D stands for diabetes and the XL stands for your fat ass. Use the code abcolemancomedy for 10% off your next visit. What you really need is 10% off your fat ass. Maybe you should start to walk to the store instead, bitch.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Bitch was not in the copy.
I'm sorry. I felt with the energy.
You got fired up. Fuck these fat guys.
Yeah. Fuck these fat people, bro. Fuck these fat niggas, man. No, I'm just playing.
Except the chicks, because you like big chicks, right?
I love big chicks, though, man. I ain't even gonna front. I'm like cursing. I'm sorry.
Watch. You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna go to your next gig, and it should be a bunch of fat chicks in the front row.
And I'm gonna be in heaven if they do. Like,
Soft landing.
man, everybody needs a pillow to lay on. I feel bad for my mom. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe I raised this.
Oh, this one is actually this was for you because I know your opinions on these people.
Oh yeah, you get these fucking bums in the street, these panhandlers with birds pecking at their fucking.
Is that Andrew Dice Clay?
They come over.
Yeah.
Like, hey buddy, you got some spare change? Hey, get the fuck away from me, huh?
Straight up,
You're a
bro.
fucking bum.
Straight up, bro.
You're a piece of shit. Is what.
Straight up, bro.
What are you gonna do with a quarter, huh? Open up a fucking business. Go rob somebody. Earn your fucking
Right.
money, you fucking piece of shit.
Man, yo, I'll tell you like this. So when we got out of the improv the other night, I walked out and like there is some like bummy dude like walking up on everybody asking like, hey, y'all want to fade? 3-1 right now. Let's fade.
What does that mean?
Like, you want to fight.
Ah.
And then we're just like me and the guys that are just sitting there, we're just like looking at him like who are you?
And if I win, will you be able to pay me?
Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all want to fade? 3-1, let's fade. And then we were like, nah, we're good. You got a cigarette?
You're like, ask nicely.
You gonna threaten me and then ask for a cigarette? Get out of here, you fucking bum.
Is it just me or is downtown San Jose sad right now? Is everything?
I feel like all of San Jose is fucking sad right now.
Is everything closed? What the fuck is going on downtown?
I don't know, man, but these bums is out of control, bro. Like, I get it. You ain't got nowhere to be and whatnot, but that ain't my fault, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe it's because you're threatening to fight people.
Yeah, why don't you work at Taco Bell, you bum?
All right, number 2.
I've been using semen in my salad instead of ranch, and it's been a game changer. What? Semen in my salad. That's what I said. Have you ever tried that instead of ranch? It's so good for your skin. No, I know. You should try it. Yeah. Sometimes it's nice when you rub it on like your body too.
Salad? At least you know she's healthy.
Okay. Like, I know it's a prank. You know, I can very well see that it's a prank, but like my reaction is the same to Shorty's reaction where she's like, what did you just say behind me? Like that's something of disbelief for me to hear.
But theoretically, yeah, okay, it's fake, but theoretically, if she was eating semen in her salad, do you think that the dude directly puts the semen in the salad, or do you think that it somehow goes from someplace to the salad?
If it was me, I would directly put it on the salad. If it was me and we were there, but that's just me. I'm a freak, so.
Well, I mean, is it any weirder than jacking off in a bottle to then give to your girlfriend?
Yeah,
to then
like
put on
I
the
don't.
freaking salad?
Yeah.
I feel like once we're in the space of jizzing on salad or having jizz on salad, it's like.
This is what my life has come to. You talk about me jizzing on salad.
But the chick's
my
healthy.
comedy life.
But the chick's healthy and she's a freak. Not terrible.
Yeah, but I'm still with the chick that was like, what the like if I heard that publicly, I'd be like, what the, like, why are you saying this out loud?
And what's your number?
Well, if I was there, yeah, I'd be like, okay, call me.
All right, number 3.
I'm weird, so
This one's funny as shit.
Sir, what are you doing? Taking a shit.
he's minding his own business. He minding his own business.
No shame.
He minding his own business. I'm taking the shit. Like, why are you filming me? We in the woods. Why are you filming me?
I thought for sure that she's gonna be like, this guy's peeping Tom. Nope, just taking a dump.
No, I'm taking a shit. Like, no one wants to look at your ugly ass bitch. Like, I'm trying to shit. Like, my bathrooms are being occupied. Hey, when nature calls, man.
I don't see any toilet paper though.
Hey, man, you got leaves, bro.
That looks like East Coast type woods though. That's just asking for a rash.
He in NoHo taking a dump.
I've never seen anybody take a shower like this.
Every day with you a bad day. I say every day the last day, same as the next day. I'm trying to tell her that I need a break, but my legs hurt dancing around the subject like it's ballet. Fast.
Was that pee?
That was pee. That was pee. It was a lot of pee too. No soap either, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that.
That was...
So that pee's just on there. Pee's just on his head now, forever. I guess until his next shower.
I don't know what to say about that. That was weird.
I hope that was a bet. I'm assuming.
I don't think it was a bet. That looks like tradition.
Yeah, but the dude who's filming knew this cow's pissing on this guy's head and he's washing his face with it. It's not like, oh yeah, that's what we do. What's the problem?
Yeah, that was a little.
No thanks.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
how about this?
no, thank
How much would somebody have to pay you to do that?
You know what? If I'm being honest, not much. I'm like, if I'm being honest, not much. If you'd be like, oh, we'll pay for your rent for 2 months. Oh yeah, piss on me, like all day.
R. Kelly.
That nigga looked like the Crypt Creeper, bruh.
The only thing I think of when I watch that is he must be thinking, when the hell am I going to die?
Yeah, like
this is not a good look.
I would literally like I don't even think homeboy can speak. I would just write something where I'm like, suffocate me in my sleep, please.
Does he even have eyes?
I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing for him to be that old and be alive. But like, at some point, I'd be like, can I just like, God, can you just take me away now? Like,
yeah, supposedly 128. We're good. We're good. It doesn't get better as you get.
Well, I'm thinking I'm not gonna make it past 65. That's what my mind is. Like, I don't think with what I eat, I don't think I'm making it past 65. Because once you tell me I can't have fried pork chops, like you should just kill me now.
So you're thinking what this guy's thinking.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't eat what I used to eat.
Here's one of the chicks from your front row.
Tell me the story. Tell me what happened.
Well, we were getting busy with it, doing the dirty, if you will.
Okay.
And he couldn't get hard. And I got upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got hard for her.
Yo, I fuck with her shirt. Let's drink and talk about it. Like.
Was it a threesome? or was it he banged another chick and then it's there's a lot to unpack here, and the cops are there, so whatever happened after he didn't get a boner didn't go well.
You should have got it up for her, Playboy. What you mean?
I don't know how he couldn't. She's
clearly
she's a hard 10.
Hard 10 in my book. I like big women though, so it's like for me, I'm like, yeah, that's about a 6 in my book.
Well, you're gonna love this next one then.
Oh my God, is it Lizzo?
Of course it is.
So remember, when you're voting for your favorite artist, vote to change some of these laws that are oppressing us.
A lot of folks are not going to understand what Lizzo is trying to say, but clearly she's talking about the laws of physics. Gravity is definitely oppressing her.
Hey man, she's winning awards, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I feel like no one can really. I feel like she got to the point where it's like, I am who I am, and y'all can't tell me shit because I'm winning these awards. So I feel like I have no opinion on that.
That's clear. Do you think that she will ever lose weight?
My thing is, does she need to?
She's gonna die when she's like 45. She's gigantic.
She ain't that big,
bro.
She's not like my 600-pound life big. I mean, I get it. She's a bit bigger than what people may expect, but
so do you think she'll never get thin because people need her to stay fat because she's talking about this fat stuff all this time?
No, I think if she gets thin, it's like how I feel about Adele. Like everybody, like no one really says shit about Adele.
As far as her being fat?
Yeah, like when she was big.
They talk shit about her being thin.
And then like all of a sudden she gets skinnier, and then now we start to shit pile. But why are we shit piling on Lizzo for being big?
I don't know
out the jump.
I don't know if it's so much that she's big or that she flaunts. She wears stuff that is not usually seen by chicks her size. I think that's.
But that's how you start a trend, though. That's how you change conversations. I mean, I don't. All right, I get what you're trying to say. No, I get what you're trying to say. Like, oh, we don't need this or whatnot. But I'm like, who are we to say we don't? Like, I mean, I think
there's obviously a space for it.
Yeah, like I feel like this is coming from somebody that has like big boned relatives and stuff. Like, everybody needs somebody to look up to, man. And so if I think there's
100%.
That's what I'm saying about it.
100% aspects of Lizzo that you should 100% look up to. 100%.
Because the confidence it takes to wear stuff like that and not care about that.
But does she not care?
But health is not a joke though either. Yeah. That's the thing. Like
here's my issue with Lizzo is the confidence that she puts out. Like she wins an award and then she gets up there and cries about how hard it is because people are mean to her, basically. But they're mean to her because she's, you know what I mean? So it's like, are you really confident or are you just showcasing confidence because you're showcasing confidence in order to block the fact that you're really not like super confident. You're just, that's kind of one of your like things is you're the fat chick who's confident.
I mean, that may very well be it, but
because it can't not hurt her feelings. People talking shit about how big she is.
Honestly,
how could it not?
If I was in her, I mean, well, maybe because I'm just a different person. I'm a different person altogether. I feel like you can say anything you can about me,
but I mean,
it wouldn't affect me.
But if you wake up and in your mentions, there's 1,000 you're ugly.
I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, oh, do I have my rent for this month? Yeah. I have very so and that's the thing. That's the difference between me because I'm a hungry comedian that is working just to pay my bills. So I feel that so whenever I hear people like, well, how would you feel if somebody kept on like ragging on you about one thing about your one thing about your life, but all day and all night that's all you heard? I'd be like, oh, so all day and night I'm getting money?
Right.
That's my thing about it. So if I was Lizzo, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, I got my awards and I'm gonna eat chicken like Precious. That's my thing. Oh, gosh. So shout out to Lizzo.
Where does a guy get a right to say what a woman is? Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
actually a genuine mistake. I am sorry I even came up there.
You want to tell us what a woman is?
Man, if that's what he identify as, then that's what he is. I mean, I just we struggle with this in the workplace about the whole identity thing, stuff like that. Like it's whatever. Like in my opinion, be who you want to be, but like at the end of the day, like this ain't Neverland, my nigga. You can't just. This ain't the Peter Pan era. You can't just like, ooh, I think I'm going to be this and this is what it is. That's how I don't think that's like cool.
Well, I think for me, the thing that bothers me the most is not like, cause there's dudes that are born with being a chick on the inside and there's chicks that are born like,
be who you are, like be your true self, but don't try to like strong arm the rest of the world to accept your point of view.
Well, just the fact that there is like there's no allowing for a spectrum. Like you have to have a label for exactly what you are. You're a cis mixed. You're like 9 different things.
Where like why can't you just be Sharon? Like exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like why? Why do you have to be something? I understand what you're saying because that's my thing about it too. Because like I've had to deal with this in the last 2 years, like in the work field. Like you've had to like stuff like this has been popping up a lot more frequently, and especially in California, like and especially in San Jose, we're in a very diverse city. Super. So it's like you got to deal with that all the time. So there's a lot of times where like I'll say, oh, excuse me, miss, and be like, oh, I'm not a miss, I'm this, but it's like you're like oh, okay, like. So there's how I feel about that. I just feel like they should be a little more lenient to the people who are not like fully educated on stuff like that. Like I'm not fully educated on like trans culture and stuff. But then
also the education never ends because there's always something that pops up. The thing that gets me is like, tell me your pronouns if I can't tell by looking at you.
Yeah, like it's not a pickle. It's obviously a cucumber.
But the dudes that get up and they're like. And it's just like a normal dude. He's like, my pronouns are he and him. It's like, I know. Yeah. Like, I know that. Save it for the person that gets up and I go, I don't know, but I don't want to be offensive, but I don't know.
My pronouns are nigga and hungry nigga. That's my pronouns.
Oh, then you'll like this town in North Carolina.
Welcome to Nigga Town. The South ceases to amaze me. I love the South, man. I love it. I love the boldness of their racism. Yeah. Like that's what's like that's what to me I like. I'm like
it's so passive aggressive in California.
Yeah,
but it's so
passive,
there, but it's
man.
so passive.
It's so passive. But like if you go to the South, like what you looking at, boy? Like, oh snap! Like McDougal just like out here just calling me out my name.
You're
like
I got it. I'm not gonna ask you for a favor. Okay.
Yeah, like I fuck with it. Where it's like more transparent. Where we're clearly not gonna help you, boy. We're in California. They'll be like, "Oh my god, do you need something? Oh, you poor thing." But that's hint at like.
That's the thing too is they'll assume you poor thing for the poorest black person or the richest black person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it must have been so hard growing up. You're like, I grew up in. What are you talking about? I grew up in Palo Alto. Like, what's the problem?
Oh my god.
This kid's my hero.
Oh my god. Wow.
I think there was just 16 hoes at that party and they blamed it on this dude jacking off in the pool. He's like, all I was trying to do is make a salad.
That was all right. Does he have to like pay child support? Like I was just rubbing one out in the pool, bro, doing my freaky shit. I didn't mean for y'all to get pregnant.
But that means he was rubbing one out to the 16 chicks in the pool. I think
don't do that, guys. Don't do shit like that. That's weird.
I think
man.
the chlorine would have killed it. That's why I think all those chicks are liars. They're just like, oh, this because freaking Jimmy jacked off in the pool. No,
yeah. Well, Jimmy stopped jacking off in the pool for one.
Yeah. Number one, Jimmy stopped jacking off in the pool. Two, you chicks. Are liars.
Two chicks. Y'all need to take accountability. I feel like that's gonna get me flamed on the comments, just like the other video. Toxic masculinity.
So rude.
Classic AB. So toxic. Oh my God. I think that was it. We shot a long episode today, y'all. My producer's probably like, man, fuck, you rambled way too long.
Fuck editing.
Yeah, dude, fuck that shit. But other than that, this is the My Comedy Life podcast. You can hit me up at abcolemancomedy@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? We're out here to get it, man. You know, send questions for me or producer Joe. You can even send them on TikTok or Instagram. Follow me on there at abcolemancomedy on both platforms. My bad, I'm fumbling. But anyways, I'll holler at y'all later.